What up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers? We are, 25 hours and 20 minutes away from the Kentucky Derby, man. It's going off. We have a huge day of sports today and tomorrow. We have UFC tomorrow. We got Canelo fighting as well tomorrow. We are already 2-0 to start the day in baseball after a horrible day. Bad start to the month. Cubs and the under. Shout out to Kobe Valentine. I thought his breakdown was succinct. Very strong, very sharp. Tired Cardinals ball club. Hendricks at home. Don't look at what Hendricks has done lately. Look what he's done at home. Exciting stuff, man. I am so pumped. We have $1,000 up for grabs. $1,000 up for grabs in the Beat the Bag competition. The Beat the Bag contest. I'm going to send a link to the contest because we need low baggers in it. We need low baggers involved in the Beat the Bag. $1,000 up for grabs. Free to enter. Here is the free program from Churchill Downs. Right there, so you can help you make your picks. Free to enter. Hop on. Get in it. Here's the, that's the program shit. Okay, here is where you enter the contest. Right here. To get in the contest. And it's a whole Triple Crown contest. And we're going to be keeping track of the standings, after the Derby and then after the Preakness and then, of course, after the Belmont. Man, doesn't it feel good to love sports? Who needs anything else in life right now? We got sports and it feels good. And thankfully got a couple units back from yesterday's 0-4 day. All right. What up? There is my man Mark Navarro up first. He says, can you please put out a link to get the UFC predictions on yesterday's show? Thanks. What's the capper's name for UFC? He's awesome. He is awesome. His name on Twitter is @MaximusIn3D. But he's also at Die Hard MMA Podcast. And you know what? I'll put the link at the end of the show. I'll put the link, Mark, to our video breakdown where he puts out all his picks. And yes, but if you follow those two Twitter accounts, you'll get everything. And I will be tailing our man, Anna Merrick Clint, in the house. Corey Kelly says Hendricks throws the Maddox. 81 pitches. That's all he needed. 81 pitches to get through the vaunted Cardinals lineup. But they were tired. Vancouver Brooks in the house. Love seeing my guy. Vancouver Brooks. Lamont Williams. Lance Rose. And there's Kobe. There he is. Speak of the man. Says, hope you all cashed on Cubs. Moneyline. Called that game to a D. He did. Pirates moneyline tonight. Let's go for a 2-0 sweep. Got a parlay as well. Tampa Bay, Atlanta, Dodgers plus 267. What an asset. Working together as a team. That's how we defeat the juice. Although Kobe won it much earlier than us because Bet365 gives him the out as soon as you're up 4-0, he gets paid out. So shout out to Kobe Valentine. Book it. Lance LaRose, Parlay Poppy in the house. Vancouver Brooks says, you might grab Slovenia and switch some DGen international hockey games today. So got a couple units to throw tonight. What are you on for NHL? It's a very good question, Vancouver Brooks. We're going to start with NHL. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start with NHL. Then we're going to start hammering through baseball. We've got to keep a brisk pace. In 38 minutes, the Kentucky Oaks goes off. The Kentucky Oaks, baby. And I've got some doubles. I've done the Oaks Derby double. So I have just $40 into it. But I got long shots, man. Well, not champagne anyone. Shout out to Jeff Joseph. I jumped on him as well. I got two 20-1 long shots. So we're going to watch the Kentucky Oaks live together. That goes off in 37 minutes. So we'll watch that together here. Now, I can't show it to you due to certain regulations, but I can tell you what's happening and we can watch it together. So that will be going off tonight. That will be going off for sure. So shout out to Vancouver Brooks. We'll be breaking down hockey. Vinny Cornell says, Derby Day, Instagram, get down. Yeah, Instagram looks very dangerous in race 10. I still got to spend all night capping the rest of the card, but Parlay Poppy says I got race 7. Horse 18-incher. Wow, impressive. Very impressive. We got Brandon Lugo in the house. Brian Watson, Silvar Malco, Walla Walla Dose, Russell Gordy. Says, man, give me a freaking horse. I got the horse for you. I got 2. I'm using 2 with all my action. I'm using the 5 improbable and the 7 maximum security. My dad is also on maximum security, but he's not confident. But he's still on him. That's his only bet. Maximum security to win. Kevin Pine, Topset, Douglas Robinson, Chad Costanza, Paco Healy, not applicable. Yo-Yo Street. Oh, there's Yo-Yo Street saying Larry Yo-Yo Street. Oh, I was thinking about you last night. Man, ugly. There we go. Nut Flush Allen says, Jimmy, I'm in the chair at the dentist with a killer toothache, and they are drilling on a root canal procedure, so I can't type much, but headphones on and listening to the best show on YouTube. What a guy. Nut Flush Allen, how much love do we have for you? Enormous amounts of love. Nut Flush Allen, very curious to hear what you think about this Giants red spot. You got BD coming up from the Sacramento River Cats. I'm very curious to hear what you think because Dave LA is coming on the show, and he's got not one, not two, but 3 plays on that game. Want to hear if that lines up with what you're on. We got Joe Rich Ramirez. We got Robert Preston says, how about them Sixers? Man. Russell Gordy in there. We got born in 94. My man. Straight out of the 604. Born in 94. And Neil Frank, Antoine Seymour, Stack Wah. 494 says, Jimmy, I got jacked up downtown. Guy took 7 units straight out of my pocket. Oh, no. No, man. You got jacked downtown? No. No. Michael Irvalina now says, nice start to MLB today, Jimmy. Hope you have a big day, my man. I need one, Michael. I need one. But everything's in store. Everything's locked in cash-wise for the Derby tomorrow. So we got Chris Martinez in the house. He says, I'm on the Celtics. I've made that decision, but that's all. I've made the decision on the Celtics and the under in that game. I've not decided what to exactly do with Portland. We're going to have Jay Money is Money joining us to go over those games. We got PG 00187. Let's see who else we got. We got Tat the Cliff. We got DJ Big Boss. We got Christopher Hogan. We got Ziggy Balls. We got Hobart Herberger. Thank you, Hobart. Say you love the Derby video. I'll put that. I'll link my Derby video. Also link Animax UFC at the end of the show. Aloha Isai Rolla. He's on Improbable as well. Jason Stasher. Stasher. Said nailed the Sixers first quarter and team total over 26. Yeah, the first half over was like my only win yesterday. Awful. All right, we got Chris Martinez. We got Red Girl in the house. Okay, let's get to work. Enough is enough. Let's get to work immediately. And the Aloha Eastside Rollers rolling with the Bucks. Vancouver Brooks, born in 94. You guys need to hook up, man. Get that team together. Get the Van City squad rolling. Okay, so first off, we're going to touch on NHL quickly. We're going to wait to do basketball till Jay Money's with us. Islanders, Hurricanes. Listen, there's been very, very little market movement. It's strange to have such little market movement in NHL today. Just nothing. Nothing's happening. I have a lean towards the over. I have a lean towards the Islanders doing everything they can, but if the Islanders want to win this game, they got to play tight defensively and smart. That fire just said, just play maximum security and probable and exacta. That is my exacta as well, my friend. I got a $40 exacta box on that. RMK in the house. Thank you, RMK. Okay. Adis, my man Adis, says, what's good? Parlay Poppy, first period, Islanders, Stars, money line tonight. This will be a great live bet. If Hurricanes score first and overs. Yeah, I want to take the over. I want to take the over, but I'm just hesitant to do it. It does seem like Carolina should be tired, 5th game in 10 nights. They're playing so well at home. I don't want to get in the way of it. I'm worried that the Islanders are done. Not applicable says Islanders shit the bed. You know what? I just don't feel. My man Luke says, what up, Jimmy? Hurricane puck line and over on the Blues game. I don't feel comfortable with. I see value on the Star side. Paco Healy, my man Paco, says his partner doesn't believe. Paco's in the ambulance right now. Paco does very important things to make the world a better place. In the ambulance right now, said, doesn't believe this is live. Corey, you think Paco's going to lie to you? Corey, you think Paco's lying? Come on, Corey. Get your shit together. Does that look like a man that tells lies? No. Corey. Regroup. Get your shit together, Corey. We need you to save the world in that ambulance. And you disbelieve your partner? Get your shit together, Corey. Parlay Poppy says Hurricanes have scored twice. Have scored twice in the first in these playoffs. They're a big third period team. Islanders 8-1 third period goals. That's very interesting. Jason Nemus on the Canes sweep. They don't want to go back to New York. They don't. You know, I don't like these two games. All the values on the Stars, but I don't want to fade the Blues at home right now in such a big game. I can understand people taking the overs on the 5s, but I don't want to do it. So I'm not making a move on hockey. I know that's very boring, and I have a beautiful record, although it's getting worse last little bit in hockey. And you probably want plays, but I just can't fully back anything right now. So yeah, sorry. I just don't feel. The only play to me that's screaming value is to take the Stars. I don't want to do that. I think the Islanders might be over and done and finished. Jose Villegas says Islanders over. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Isles show up. Oh, Jose Villegas. I had the Isles last game. And they broke my heart, Jose. And they took money out of my pocket. RMK says you may see 3 minutes of empty nets tonight if Isles are down. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Now he doesn't believe we're friends in real life. Corey, what's with this shit, man? Paco's my boy. I met his family. I've hung out with them in many places. Come on, man. We hung out at Santa Anita together, and I got to meet the kids. Okay. RMK says all over the Stars tonight and over. Steve Cordero says, I told you all earlier, Hendrick pitches like Hendricks today, and he did. Okay. All right, let's move over. So that fire says an exact bet is the 2 horse must finish in the exact order. I have maximum security winning and the problem finishing second. Oh, you know what, that fire? I would box that. The last thing you want to have happen is your 2 horses are rolling right when you need them to, and Improbable beats maximum security by a nose, and I'm rich and you're not. Come on. I just, at this point, you're going to get a big line on both. I would box them just so you don't hate yourself. Okay, so I'm off. So let's start breaking down baseball right now. We don't have a ton of time. Okay, Cardinals, Cubs. We cashed on the Cubs. We cashed on the under 7.5. Book it. And I needed it. I'm on Twins. So we're going to quickly go through the games I'm already on, and then we need to cap the games we haven't capped yet. Brian Riley says Boston Celtics all night at the Garden. I'm on it. Yes, Brandon Lugo, box means they can finish in any order. So, to give you, we're going to talk more and more about horse racing, but, when I was young, like when I was in high school and going to the track, I had a very close friend of mine. His name was Corey, too. But he believed me. He trusted me. You got to trust Paco, Corey. But I had a buddy named Corey. We go to the track. He made the same bet every race. Now, we didn't have a lot of cash, right? We're kids. He would make a $1 triactor box. He'd pick his 3 favorite horses and make a $1 triactor box that would cost $6. So those 3 horses could come in any order. And he would hit 1 a day at least. Sometimes he'd hit 2. Triactors pay out. Triactor box probably is the best bet in horse racing to me, I would say. I've had the most success with exactor boxes. I do focus on them, tend to. But I think triactor box, best bet in horse racing. Just remember that, a $2 bet costs 12 and, times everything by 6. Because you boxed. Okay, let's get back to work. Okay, Twins, Yankees. I'm on the Twins. I know Paxton's been excellent lately. But the Yankees are 0-5 against teams with a winning record. I also know that Gibson has been terrible against the Yankees. But our man Joe Anisi said, not this Yankees lineup. Ziggy Balls is on Yankees money line. Jose Villegas saying Bellafina getting slammed 9-5 right now. Oh, man. If I'm making a double, I just can't take the favorite. I got to go for a giant score. So, Triple K Marine said Jimmy killed the breakdown of the Derby for Bovada. Thank you, Triple K Marine. That means a lot, my guy. And it really does. Nothing means more to me than the horses. So that means a ton that you cared about it and liked it. Okay, let's keep rolling right now. Okay, Lamont's on the Twins money line. Okay, let's move on. So I'm on the Twins money line. Oh, we should keep an eye on the market changes. So why don't we do that? Okay, so in that Twins-Yankees game, I got the Twins at plus 140. Right now, if you wanted them, could you get plus 140? Yes, at one book, at 5 times. 139 at Heritage. So didn't really beat a line move there. Okay, let's move on. A's Pirates. I ended up just taking the Pirates on the first 5. And I don't want to we don't have time to go over all the lineups for all these games until the games we haven't capped. And we capped this game on the early show. I mean, we should take a look at the lineups, I guess. Man, too much to do. Where are my lineups? Here they are. Okay. And I got to keep an eye on the clock. Jose, if you're watching, can you give us updates? How many minutes to post? Okay, Oakland. So for the Yanks game, first off, I want to start there. Gardner, Voigt, Sanchez, Torres, Ford, Urshela, Tauchman, Maben, Wade. Jesus. What team is that? That's the Yankees? Twins, Garver, Polanco, Cruz, Cron, Gonzalez, Kepler, Scope, Adrianza, Buxton. I guess I wouldn't say I love that lineup, but I'll take it. Okay, Oakland, Pittsburgh. So these teams, Oakland is hitting righties very poorly, and the Pirates are hitting lefties very poorly. For Oakland, Simeon, Laureano, Chapman, Davis, Piscotty, Morales, Profar, Fegley. For the Buccos, Frazier, Marte, Cabrera, Bell, Reynolds, Cervelli, Kong, Tucker. Ugh. I don't love that. But I don't trust Brett Anderson. And I know Anderson has great numbers against Pittsburgh. And I know Pittsburgh struggles against lefties. I just don't trust this guy. So let's see what I got. I got first 5. And I think I had to pay quite a bit because I do have a big pitching advantage with Musgrove over Anderson. So I got minus 117, first 5. If you wanted it now, Jesus, what a line move. I destroyed it. Minus 135 is the best you can get. Minus 140 at Bovada. Woo! Oh, I crushed that. That feels good. That feels good. Eastside Roller says, everybody on the Pirates, that worries me. Sure. But I'm on just the first 5 of my guy, Lucky Lefty. Okay, Ernest Huffman, thank you so much. 23 minutes to post. Thank you, Ernest. Okay, so let's keep rolling because I don't want to take too much time on the games we've already taken. I jumped on the Rays and the Orioles unders. I don't hate Dan Straley as much as everybody else, and he's looked better in his last 3 starts. 2.57 ERA in his past 3 starts. Glasnow's looked absolutely incredible. Let's get a quick look. So I doubled up here. That was probably a mistake. I probably shouldn't have doubled up. I probably should have just made one move. But I did double up. And if I could go back in time, these aren't the 2 teams I would like to be doubling up my action on. But I got under 5 at plus 100, and you could still get that. There's minuses other places. But Bet Online. Oh, Pinnacle's at plus 103. Damn, I don't like seeing Pinnacle going the other direction. Okay, and then full game. Full game. There's Jay Money right there. It says, like the under, Jimmy. Good, I hope so. Corey Kelly says, who are we on in 25 minutes? Corey, I did things a little differently for this race. I just did the doubles. I just did a double. But after breaking down the race, to me, the horses with value are the longer shots. I like Lady Apple, the 3, Floored, the Lamar, the 5, and then Champagne anyone, I think, has an excellent shot at this. Lamont Max Bet, Texas. We talked about this earlier. Flipper wouldn't tell us why he's on the Jays, but he's on them. Full game total, I got 9.5 at minus 110. And if you wanted it right now, you would get, you could get minus 106 at Pinnacle. Yeah, Pinnacle is not helping here. Okay, so I didn't beat that line move. Then we talked about the Phillies minus 1.5, and if they should be trusted. If they should be trusted as such a big favorite. And I had to lean towards the Phillies, and I just couldn't pull the trigger. Their offense has been cold. I don't like Hellickson. I don't trust Hellickson at all. I think they have a nice pitching advantage. They opened at minus 160. They're now at minus 167, 7-cent move. But I guess I just don't trust them enough. Let's take a quick look at lineups. Quick look at lineups here. Philly, Washington. For Washington, Eaton, Robles, Kendrick, Adams, Suzuki, Dozier, Keyboom. And then Hellickson, Taylor turning the line over. That's ugly. For the Phillies, McCutchen, Segura, Harper, Hoskins, Realmuto, Williams, Hernandez, Franco, Eichhoff. Man, I know Hellickson pitched them well that first time, but I don't trust them. I think the Phillies run game here. Let's see what else. Phillies in the slump, says Ron. So no one else on that Philly spot. Probably Poppy says Philly breaks hearts. And Kobe said, I think line too big for Philly, but I don't trust Washington. Especially if Soto doesn't play, and he's not playing. Yeah, okay. Let's keep rolling. I'm going to take that lean off. Okay, let's keep rolling. Royals, Tigers. I got under 8.5 at minus 110. And Ron agreeing, says Washington nothing. Okay. Under 8.5 at minus 110. See what that is right now, Tigers. You'd get minus 115. But Pinnacle's been down at 8 for a while. Under 8.5. So I beat a 5-cent move, whatever. Okay. Tigers, Royals. I'm a little concerned about Jorge Lopez. I think Boyd can shut down this Royals team. Tigers are hitting poorly against righties. Tigers are getting very little from Castellanos, which shocks me, and Cabrera and Candelario. Ron Crawford's on Detroit. Alex Ramirez in the house. Probably popular in that first 5 Miami game. I'm going to take a quick closer look at that. Okay, let's see what's happened here with this Tigers spot. Because the Tigers were just a little bit too big favorites. Gone down a bit. There's been a 3-cent move towards the Royals. Parlay and Noli liking that under. There's my man David Hutton. Love David Hutton. Says, sorry I'm late, Jimmy. Loved your Derby write-up. Tweaked it a bit, but used it as a basis for my Derby action. That's exactly what to do. Thank you for using it as basis. You don't have to do that. But yeah, definitely use your gut and get all the insights from as many people as possible and use your knowledge of horses and roll. Alex Mabry liking Marlins full game. Let's move on. Let's talk. We haven't talked about Mariners Indians. Shout out to my man Adam Herrera. I haven't seen enough of him. Red Girl liking Detroit first 5. I like that look too. But Kobe's leaning KC. Okay, I'm just going to stay off it. Okay, Mariners Indians. Kikuchi's not being the pitcher that we thought he was going to be when he came over. He dealt with his father's death at the beginning of the season. Who knows if he's enjoying it in North America? Still, whip is okay, 1.28. Bieber is always around the plate. The Mariners are the type of team that can hurt him. The wind's sort of going in, and it's 49 Fahrenheit. It's cold. Very cold. Very, very cold. Eric Nisbet says, I put down 500 on the Celtics. And Jose Ruiz says, you just lost 500. I'm on the Celtics. I'm on the Celtics too. Nolio said, Jimmy, did you take the Cubs and the under earlier? I did, Noli. We're off to a winning start today. Feels good. Could be a bad start to the month. Mariners have lost 13 of 18. A far cry. A far cry from what we saw when they were 13-2. They're playing bad baseball. They got one hit and 11-0 loss. Look at what they've done in the last, 15-1 on Wednesday? And then 14-1 was against Texas? God, they're just getting destroyed. Kikuchi faced the Indians on April 15th, 6-4 loss, allowed 3 runs, 5 hits, 6 innings. Sean Williams in the house. Love seeing that. I don't know what to do with this spot. Now, what we should have done was what Mark Lathrop did. Mark Lathrop came onto our show yesterday and said that 8 is so juicy, that total over 8, they're just giving money away. And if you look closer, it's now 8.5. No 8s on the board. Lathrop was right. Lathrop dropped in this show and handed out knowledge. I don't want to take the ass end of the line. I don't trust the Mariners. Bieber's going to be around the plate, and he can get touched, but the Mariners' offense is cold. Gordon, Haniger, Vogelbach, Encarnacion, Santana, Bruce, Narvaez, Beckham, and Healy. For the Indians, Lindor, Martin, Ramirez, Santana, Luplo, Gonzalez, Kipnis, Plawecki, Bowers. Not doing anything on this spot. All right, I'm off Mariners, Indians. Unless you guys have a move we should do. Colby Valentine saying Profar not in the starting lineup in his doubtful Friday. Yeah, Profar could be sent down to the minors. He's playing poorly. Kobe also letting us know the Yelich is downgraded to out Friday. All right, let's talk Braves Marlins. You guys liking the under in this spot? Interesting. Let's see what the movement has been. Braves Marlins, ATL against Miami. Let's see where we are here. Open at 8. It's stuck at 8. There's been a 10-cent move towards the under. Interesting. Brian Riley on the under too. I like seeing that. Oh, the under of the Celtics game, sorry. Urena has not looked good, and Gossman's looked awful lately. Urena's looked better lately, but bad overall in the year. 1-4, 5.08 ERA, 1.54 whip. The question is, you think we're going to see any fireworks from what happened last year when Urena hit Acuna? I don't think so. I don't really think we will. Marlins are hitting just 226, 626 OPS against righties. Urena could have a nice start. Adam Morales says no way under. Ron Crawford says on Braves big. Lance LaRose likes the under. Underrated says take it under. That half is a trick. Siggy Balls, I'm on Braves money line. Paco Healy says under. Interesting. My guy R2D2 in the house. Love it. Out of Finland. Shout out to everybody watching from Finland. Adam Morales said I don't like Gossman. You know, I kind of do. But I stayed off. He's not looked good lately. He got lit up a few starts ago when I was on him, and everybody was saying he's a gas can. I stuck up for him, and he did nothing for me. I don't know what to do with him. I don't really know what to do with this game, to be honest with you. You guys liking the Braves? Was that Ron Crawford who said he liked the Braves big? On the Braves big. Okay, let's see what we get on the Braves. On the road with Gaussman. Oh, sorry. Let's get the money lines. Eric Nisbet, my guy. Eric Nisbet, man, we need a boxing expert. Would that interest you? Coming on the show and being our boxing expert? What do you have for tomorrow's fight? Hello, Eastside Roller says, I like you, Marlins. I think Jose steps up. Kobe Valentine said Atlanta has this game circled after Urena throwing at them last time, excuse me. Topset says when the total's 8 to 8.5, 1-12 this season. 49.78. Towards the over, I'm guessing. Anthony L. in the house. Dodgers first 5 money line. Twins, Yanks over 7.5. Red Sox, White Sox over 8. Anthony L. who will be back on Monday live on the show with us. Nutflush Allen says, Jimmy, this is harder than I thought. He says, I think the change in lineup will spark the Giants and they have a tendency to play well in openers away. Interesting. Looking forward to hear what Dave LA has to say about that. R2D2 says, I'm a boxing expert. R2D2 jump on the show. Okay, let's see what we're getting here with the Braves. Sorry, money line. Atlanta. It's so juiced. So they have to win by 2. I'm uncomfortable. Let's talk about Tyler Beatty, Sonny Gray. Actually, let's not, because that's Dave LA's got 3 plays on that game. And we just heard what Nutflush said. Brandon Foster said Red needs spark offensively. Senzel in the starting lineup tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. For Cincy, Votto, Senzel, Winker, Puig, Dietrich, Iglesias, Farmer, Gray, Barnhart turning it over. For the Giants, Panic, Gerber, Posey, Belt, Longoria, Crawford, Pilar, Dugar. Yuck. Maybe Senzel is their, get them moving in the right direction. Ronnie P in the house. Says, good call on the Cubs, fellas. Yeah, feels good to get off to a winning start. Brian Riley, Max betting Celtics. Don Corleone says, I gave you the Raptors game under yesterday, Jimmy. Yeah, you did, man. I was on the first half over, but you were right. And that was a way to cap it. Nice job. Okay, so we have Jays, Rangers. Thornton, Minor. To me, I see what Lamont Williams is seeing. I know Rangers just lost 2 straight, but I see Mike Minor pitching so well. A Jays team that's hitting 252, 666 OPS versus lefties. Oh, I love it, Paco. I love it, Paco. Joe Anisi says, Joe Anisi, you can get off to a bad start in the year. I mean, I've seen Dave L.A. for a long time, and he wins at baseball. I've watched him for a long time. Jason Stash said, I like Jacobs to beat Canelo. Refs are the same ones that screwed GGG out of the first fight with Canelo. Oh, interesting, Jason. That is very, very interesting. Edamura says, Miners being nasty. Let's take a quick look at what the market's done with this game here. Market, Jays. Oh, shit. Sorry. Screwed that up. Jays, Rangers. Open, Rangers minus 156 and a huge move towards the Jays. Anthony L says, I lean Rangers here, but not at that price. R2D2 says, Rangers here. Listen, it's a 20-cent move. And I watched Dave not be afraid of that move with the Padres yesterday in cash, but I'm afraid of it. Lamont Williams says, jump on it. Kevin Pine says, is there a shit to bed? Yeah, there is a shit to bed. Not applicable. Will you please give him the man the shit to bed info? There is a shit to bed. Well, I'm afraid. Let's see what my man Big Boss says. Oh, there he is. Biggest Dodger hater fan. Wow, R2D2, my nephew sparred with him. R2D2, we got to talk, man. Topset says Marlon bad sleep on Friday nights. Coke dealer gets there after the game. That's why Marlins are magic on Saturdays. Interesting. Lance LaRose is on Blue Jays money line. Crazy. Chris Sale, Ronaldo Lopez. So we have a couple more games to talk about. We can just briefly touch on them. And I've not added anything at this point, strangely. But maybe I will after Dave breaks down that Reds-Giants game. Blues shit the bed. Whoa, not applicable. The Blues shit the bed? And parlay poppies on the Stars, that makes me want to take the Stars. There's so much value with them. Wow, you guys balls. Horse balls. Red Sox, White Sox, Sale, Lopez. Loved Lopez last start. Only had 1 start against the Red Sox. Looked good there. 14 strikeouts in his last game in 6 innings. But look at that ERA. I backed Lopez lots of times. Lost a lot of money doing it. Underrated says, I'm just going to make my picks and not second guess. I usually lose when I don't know who to pick. I feel that. Now, Flush Allen says, Giants at plus 130. Good value. Moving lineup around. I think they will play well tonight. We'll hear what Dave L.A. says about it. I would like to fade Chris Sale, but I've heard some cappers that I trust believe in him. Parlay Poppy saying first 5/4 Red Sox game, very appealing. Russell Gordy saying fade Sale. Sale and the Red Sox open to minus 160. They're now minus 172. There's my man Comic Ricky in the house. Alex Ramirez, 2 Spidey plays of the day. Rangers and Detroit Tigers. And Ramirez says, can't believe Sale's over 5. Jay Patel saying, Kobe, what's your favorite bet of night? He's only on 2 plays. One already cashed easily. Cubbies. Next play he's on is the Pittsburgh Pirates. RMK says Stars absolutely the play night. Value-wise, they are. Ron Crawford says not messing with Sale. Top Set says I've been fading Sale and will continue. I don't know what to do. Ron Lofton says 10 minutes to post. Let's get one of these long shots coming. Yes, Ron. All right, Mets Brewers. We have Matt's Woodruff. We're going to be joined by Dave L.A. in a few minutes. He's got 3 plays on the game we didn't talk about. So let's see if we can touch on these games quickly. Matt's Woodruff. Seeing these lineups again in a very short amount of time. See what we get here. Lineups for Milwaukee: Kane, Grandal, Braun, Aguilar, Moustakas, Perez, Gamble, Arcia. For the Mets: McNeil, Alonso, Cano, Conforto, Ramos, Nemo, Frazier, Rosario. Ziggy Ball says Sale versus former team. Interesting. Okay, Mats, Woodruff, another look at each other and these lineups. Mats went 7 innings on Sunday, allowed 2 runs, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 5-2 win. He's pitched well against the Brewers in his career, owning a 4.1 record, 3.16 ERA. Brewers are 254, 793 OPS against lefties. Mets are 242, 714 OPS versus righties. Jesse Neiman says the Sale velocity seems to be coming back. The Pro Line Master says the Mets need one. Will they get one? Woodruff, effective outing Saturday against the Mets. 1 run, 6 hits, 5 innings, 8-6 win. Siggy Balls leans Brewers. Underrated says Mets are the ones that can't score. Parlay Poppy says Sale is still prime, at least 8 Ks today. Mets, Brewers, open to minus 130. Being a 2-cent move towards the Mets. Go to totals. See what this total's doing here. Okay. All right, it's taking a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, totals. Open at 9, now down to 8.5. Adam Ramirez, I can see Sale bouncing back. Okay, let's talk Diamondbacks, Rockies. I've got to make my Coors Field fade. So I'm going to pull that up in a second. I'll pull that up while I'm talking, actually. Here we go. Let's get this. The question is, do you trust Tyler Anderson, or do you think he's going to get lit up again and go to the bullpen? Diamondbacks hitting 299, 856 OPS against lefties. Do you guys think that could be something that can continue? It's shocking. Shocking. Interesting. Nutflush Allen saying that both him and Peter Loshak are taking team totals over against Chris Sale. Jaywalk's very interesting horse, Noli knows. Very, very talented horse. Very talented horse. Anthony L says over in the Battle of the Sox. Jay Money saying Mets can't score right now. Okay, let's quickly talk about these last 2 games on the docket and bring Dave L.A. Arizona's played very well on the road. Won 8 of 10. Anderson 4 starts this season. Around a stint on the 10-day injured list for a left knee inflammation. He's never really been very good against... Oh, you know what? In fact, it's at Chase Field where he gets destroyed by them. So at home, he's been okay against Diamondbacks, and traditionally he's been fine at home. Robbie Ray's traditionally bad against the Rockies. Brian Riley liking Cole Smith tomorrow. And we went over all of our man. Oh, damn, I forgot to put those links on the early show. Okay, I'm going to make a decision. While we're listening to Dave L.A., I make a decision on my Coors Field fade. It's 1-3 so far this year, only done it 4 times. Jesse Nemeth boxed Jaywalk and Chocolate Kisses. Jaywalk and Chocolate Kisses are top 5 horses in this race without a doubt. Dodgers, Padres. I mean, talent-wise. I don't mean without a doubt will they be in the top 5. You know, it's a very tough race. Dodgers, Padres, Kershaw, Lauer. Kershaw's another interesting guy. Do we trust him? 20 innings, 21 Ks. Less velocity, 0.75 whip. Ron Lofton's on the over 11 in Ray Anderson. Over 11. Hasn't that gone down? No, I believe that's gone down to... No, it's 11. 11. Kershaw, Lauer, total 7.5. Open at 7. You could still get a 7. Do we trust these 2 pitchers? I could see... Yeah, I'm on Champagne Anyone as well. How many minutes do we have? So I don't have a move here. Dodgers, Padres, I don't have a move. Padres hitting 204, 687 against lefties. Dodgers hitting 237, 751 OPS against lefties. Padres finally they had Thursday off, but Wednesday their offense finally did something. Myers is doing nothing all year. Padres 11-6 on the road, only 7-8 at home. Kershaw always pitches well against the Padres. Loves that. R2D2 says, I will never fade Kershaw. Russell Gordon says, we fade Clayton first 5 again. There's my man, George Cruz. Good job hedging out. That was a rough game, my man, last night. God, I was thinking about you. Tat the Cliff says, take the Padres, Jimmy. Anthony, average Kershaw is still better than Lauer. Dodgers lineup is significantly better. Dodgers first 5 money line. I get it, but it's a lot of juice. But I like it. It's a lot of juice. Okay, about 6 minutes. Well, let's bring in our guy, Dave L.A., MLB baseball expert, coming to us live from Los Angeles, California on this Friday afternoon. Dave, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
Jimmy, it's a pleasure to be here. SBR, thank you for having me.
Dave, sorry I didn't get the sound here from our end. Okay, we're good. Dave, can you repeat yourself, my guy?
I'm just appreciating the moment with you and SBR and the low baggers. Thank you.
Oh, our pleasure. Our pleasure. 3 plays in 1 game. I can't wait to hear what you're doing with this Giants Reds. We've already heard from Nutflush Allen. He's liking the San Francisco Giants in this spot. Let's take a quick look at what the movement has been. Giants, Beatty versus Gray. Gray opens up, and the Reds open up as a minus 162 favorite. We've had a 14-cent move towards the Giants. The total opened at 8.5. You can still get 8.5s, but most books have brought it down to 8. What's your call here, Dave? Can't wait to hear it.
All right, before I get into the play, Jimmy, I want to kind of guide you on the 2 other games with the Dodgers versus the Padres and the D-backs versus the Colorados. Maybe give you guys some kind of insight on how I feel about those games. Keep in mind that Kershaw, this is the first time he's going to face this lineup, this batting lineup. This is a brand new lineup with the Padres that has been kind of productive, especially at home. You just keep in mind, I would lean on the over because, you got to understand that the bullpen has been touched on the Dodgers, and Kershaw has not seen this team yet. He has seen some of the players at a young age with their bats, but this team does bring along bats now at this year. He hasn't seen this team with this brand new Padres bat. Now, historically, on the other game, Diamondbacks versus Colorado in Colorado, historically, that series automatically goes over. I'm talking about every pitcher gets hit, and I don't rely on any of these pitchers in this series. I have a side bet on the over. If you're a fantasy guy, this is kind of one of those games where you want to put all types of bats into that lineup of yours because that score is gonna jump. They opened up at 11. Not sure it's come down. A lot of people are probably want to take the risk, the under, and take that chance because they think that that's a high total. But historically, between those 2 teams in that series, it jumps up.
I have a question, Dave. When it comes to the bats, I understand that Tyler Anderson looks terrible this year. Robbie Ray at times has looked okay. But when it comes down to the bats, do you trust the Diamondbacks offense moving forward? And if you were going to take a minus 1.5, doesn't a plus 195 for the Rockets sound more appealing than a plus 135 with the Diamondbacks? Or is this a Coors Field fade that you would stay away from?
Exactly what you just said at the end. It's one of those where you just take the total. That's historically it's been going over between these 2 teams because of the starting pitchers and the bullpen. They've been touched at Colorado. They just can't figure it out. So you want to take the over. I know it's 11. It's a lot. But this team and Colorado, both sides of the bats, can definitely be very productive.
So if I gave you a free play on a run line, minus 1.5, plus 135 with the Diamondbacks, plus 195 with the Rockies, who would you take?
Diamondbacks.
Okay. All right. That's very helpful. Very, very helpful. Shout out to our man Casey Potzerwinski in the house. We have 0 minutes to post, but I'm watching it. So, Dave, while we're talking about the Reds and the Giants and what you're going to do, I may stop you at one point. So, in the middle of it, because the race is going to be popping off. And when that does, please don't take offense, but we're going to go kind of watch this Oaks game together, Oaks race together, and then come back to your stuff. So, please don't take offense. I'm going to interrupt at some point, probably, but so I hope you don't. I hope it doesn't bother you. But let's hear what you're talking. Let's talk 3 plays on Giants Reds. What are they?
Okay, so I'm gonna get to the point, and many people are gonna celebrate Cinco de Mayo a few days from now, but I'm actually gonna celebrate Sunny Gray Day, and the reason why I'm gonna fade this guy because at home he hasn't been what many people are seeing on record. And at home, he's been touched. He hasn't won at home, and he can allow runs at home. He's had allow runs against a team like the I'm gonna say the Braves. I know it's not gonna be the same comparisons on the bats, but this is a veteran team on the Giants, and I'm gonna fade Sonny Gray here, and I'm gonna fade him early, and I'm also gonna fade the bullpen. So my 3 plays, I'm gonna get straight to the point because of the timing. I'm gonna take the Giants in the beginning to score first. That's at minus 130 to at least give me a 1 run against Sonny Gray. Even if it's 1-0, or even 2-0, I do think that the odds has my favors to take the Giants early against Sonny Gray. Many people don't realize that and forget because of the record of Sonny Gray. This is the day we celebrate Sonny Gray Day because he is a fade pitcher. You have to put him on the fade list, and I have him on the fade list. I've always faded him. He's got some wins, but at home, I definitely feel confidence that the Giants can actually attack first and get some runs, maybe 1 or 2 runs. So what I'm going to get to is I'm going to take the San Francisco Giants in the beginning to score first at minus 130, and also going to take, because they're dogs going on the road, they're carrying some plus money. So I'm taking the plus 1.5. Okay. As I mentioned to you,
Dave, I've got to stop you here. Dave, I've got to stop you. We're going off with the Kentucky Oaks right now. I've turned the chat off. I like your action. We're going to come back to you very, very soon. And here we go. The Kentucky Oaks is off. And a horse fell. Oh, no. But he got up. Oh, no. That's not looking good. So we've lost somebody. Okay. Oh, that did not look good. That's not the way we wanted to start off the Kentucky Oaks at all. All right, let's see what we're talking here. All right, so Serengeti Empress has taken to the pace, is leading the pace. That's what we thought. We've got our 3, Lady Apple, opened at 20-1, now down to 10-1. Bellafina is stalking. She's mid-pack, but we have our Lady Apple. Lady Apple's about 3 or 4 lengths behind the leader, Serengeti Empress. Lady Apple in a beautiful spot to pounce right now. We have the favorite Bellafina at 9-5. She's getting closer. I'd say she's still about 6 lengths back. But right now, Lady Apple is ready to pounce. We have Motion Emotion at 19-1, and they're both making their moves. Lady Apple and Motion Emotion are now coming on to the favorite Serengeti Empress. We also have Leora at 35-1, making a run between horses. We have Leora at 35-1. Coming to the outside and making her run. Bellafina needs to make a move now if she's going to make a move, and I don't see her making it. Serengeti Empress looking like she could go wire to wire, but here is Leora of all horses at 9-1 trying to take on Serengeti Empress. It's just the 2 of them, and they are alone here. My 3-horse, Lady Apple, not making the run that I was hoping to. We have 2 long shots, but Serengeti Empress is going to go wire to wire with Jose Ortiz in the saddles. Holy shit! And my doubles don't pass. They don't roll on. Serengeti Empress goes wire to wire, but another situation of Bellafina being a huge favorite and doing nothing in a giant race. She just doesn't like Churchill Downs, and she should be faded in these situations. You got to go for the big score, and somebody's looking good with Serengeti Empress. Serengeti Empress opens at 8-1, goes off at 13-1. Wow. And, you know, of all the long shots, Lady Apple made a nice run, but man, those of you who were on Leora at 35-1 with Channing Hill, and the two horses were way, way, way ahead. Okay, wow. Well, that's that. That is that, friends. Okay, let's move on to this quickly here. I'm just going to get that off. Okay. Dave L.A., yeah, wasn't that wild? There's Drew from the SBR Forum.
That was amazing.
Wow.
You made it sound so exciting. I wish I had even bet on it.
It was wonderful. The big guy Bob says, Jimmy, good on calling the race live. You know, I would love to just, that's the first time I've ever called one, and like, you know, it'd be easier to call the Derby because you know the horses so well, but I would love the opportunity to practice that. Be a very, very enjoyable.
My God, that was such amazing, Jimmy. It just listening to you while you had that in front of you, it was just amazing.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. It was very, very, very fun to watch. Okay, great job. We have a winner from Ron Lofton. Love seeing that. Jesse Dice says the Ortiz, the fix was in. Okay, wonderful. That was a lot of fun. Okay, Giants, Reds, I'm sold. I like what you're saying here. I like, now, if from an offense perspective, I mean, it's hard to like the Giants' offense, but they have one bat rolling that we know is hitting very well right now in Buster Posey. They're only hitting 211, 632 OPS against righties, but Reds are hitting 205, 634 OPS against righties. And Beatty looked...
They're dead last
Beatty looked...
in the league.
Sorry, say what?
The Red Sox, the Reds, Cincinnati Reds bats are dead last in the league against a right-hander pitcher.
Yeah, they look awful. They look awful. So I like it. So, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. We got to move on to J Money is Money, but you have you're backing, you're taking Giants to score first. And can you finish off what your other two plays are?
Yes, definitely. So I'm going to go ahead and fade Sonny Gray at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants because they're dogs. I actually have the privilege to have them as plus 1.5. So let's just say plus half at plus 105. And also, I'm going to take the risk because I think between the two teams, the Giants can hit Sonny Gray, and he's known to make a mistake in the very beginning, even if they give me one run. So I'm taking a chance. Giants minus 1.5 at plus 190.
Wow, that's impressive. And backed by everybody in the chat. I like it. I like it. A lot of people high on Sonny Gray right now, but road home stats are different. He's had traditionally, well, he's only had two meetings ever with the Giants. Longoria 10 for 32 against him with the homer, so maybe, and he's started to hit something. All right, Parlay Poppy, Serengeti Empress won, the 13-horse one. Wire to wire, very impressive. Giants at Reds. Well, that's a great breakdown. I am going to tail. One thing you also have done is you've got me off the Coors Field fade. I won't be making a move on it. And I like what you've done with the Giants here. I am going to tail. I'm going to decide exactly how I'm going to do it. By the way, what was the juice you got on the Giants to score first?
Minus 130.
Minus 130, Giants score first. I love it. I love it. Great, great stuff. Dave LA, it's been too long since you've been on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find you on Twitter?
You can always find me at Twitter at DaveLA_sports. And always remember to stick, no matter how bad it looks, Sunday Night Baseball unders. It's currently at 2-3. We did win the first one and lost 3 in a row, but did win the last one. You got to stick with those because as the season continues, it does get better for us. And also, I'm always gonna be here. You can always reach me at Twitter. Even if you want to troll me or even have questions or anything, just go ahead and message me. I reply to everybody, so it doesn't matter whether you're with me or against me. I'm here to learn as well, and any feedback from one person to another helps. We're amongst a bunch of cappers that can be helpful. So yeah, let's get this through.
Absolutely love it, Dave. Thank you so much for joining us. Great guy. Dave LA_sports on Twitter. Keep an eye on him. And thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's talk. Oh, and I'm going to make a move. I love the Giants bullpen. And should I be loving their bullpen? Let me just take a quick look at if yes, they've looked great this year. Holding opponents to a 231 batting average, 3.23, but Reds bullpen's been very good too. So if both teams have an equal bullpen and the whole idea is to fade Sonny Gray, then I will take that Giants first five, take the Giants, or maybe the Giants score first is the best way to do it. Or Giants, or I'd rather have a plus line, and on the first five, I'm getting the plus line. Dave, if I was going to make one bet on this game, what would be the one bet?
To score first.
Giants to score first. Okay, that's what I will do. Giants to score first. Thank you so much for joining us, Dave. I'm going to find my line on that right now. But let's bring in our basketball expert, NBA expert. We have Jay Money is Money. You have been spectacular of late. If I didn't tell your first half over, I would have had no winners yesterday. Thank you so much for joining us, my guy, Jay Money is Money. How you doing on this Friday afternoon?
I'm doing great, Jimmy. I'm doing absolutely fantastic, man. We took a loss yesterday with the Raptors, but as you said, we still hit that first half over. You know what I'm saying? The second and the full game went under, just like you said. That was a damn good call by you. You know what I'm saying that in the second half that it was gonna get you know what I'm saying, a little bit tighter. End up going full game under. And David Lay actually messaged me as well, saying that he liked the under. So you know what I'm saying, it was a nice call by you guys when we got that first half over.
Yeah, it was that part of the game was well done, but man, it was one of the most upsetting games I've watched in a long time, and I don't even want to talk about it. Raptors were terrible. Lowry was awful. It was just very, very disappointing. So let's focus on what's going on right now. Milwaukee, Boston. Let's get to here. Oh, sorry. Let me just go to the NBA page. I like that a little better, so we can even maybe touch on. Okay, here we go. Bucks, Celtics, coming off a very, very fun and interesting spot where the Bucks fought back. The Celtics sent a message. They bring in Mirotic. Budenholzer brings in Mirotic that gets the ball out of Kyrie's hands. I'm sure the Celtics will now make adjustments. They're not going to, just because Mirotic is in, just have Jaylen Brown going after him all the time. Kyrie has to be the straw that stirs the drink. I figure adjustments will be made. Boston opening up at minus 125. They're exactly there. There's not been a change. I mean, it's gone up and down, but it's right back where it was. And then this total opened at 220, went down to 219 and 218 and a half. It's now at 219 and 219 and a half. I jumped on the under, and it's moving in the other direction for me now. What is your move on Bucks Celtics?
Yeah, I can't say I'm on the Celtics here, and I mean I got them at -2, and then I see it go down. And I tweeted this out. I was surprised as hell to see the fact that it hadn't went up to 2.5. I mean, I know it was this at -2 last night, and that's when I got on it. And then I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna move. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wake up. It's gonna be at the very least 2.5, 3. Wouldn't be surprised 3.5. I'm thinking it's gonna move. It hadn't budged a bit, and then I see it goes down to 1.5. I mean, it doesn't mean a great deal to me, but it is a little bit scary with me being on the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? And I know that a bunch of people on the Celtics as well. I mean, when you look at the money percentages, it's fairly close. Like, it's really believers out there in the books. And so, I mean, this is a close one. I can't say I'm on the Celtics here. I'm not on them a large wager whatsoever, but I do believe in them in this spot. I can say this should be a spot where we max bet the Celtics, but I can't say I did, man, because I do think in the back of my mind, I do think that the Bucks are the better team. It's just the fact I know this is the first game over there, you know what I'm saying, for the Celtics in this particular series, and these teams been battling back and forth all year. But I mean, the Bucks have really shown me something this year. Just a few stats. The Celtics, they are 6-1 ATS the last 7 games. They are 6-1 straight up. But we had to remember they had just played 4 straight games on the road, and before that, those first 2 games against the Pacers, we had to remember they struggled in those first 2 halves. In the first half of both of those games, you know what I'm saying? One of those games they got a late cover, and then in the other one they were down big, and then they had to come back late. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much in the third quarter, make a huge run. Outscoring by 20 points in the third quarter to beat the Pacers. Like, they were letting the Pacers stick with them, even though they swept them. If you guys are watching the games, you know what I'm saying? So the Celtics are 2-8 ATS the last 10 at the house. It's like, them, are they playing better on the road? So I mean, it's a little bit scary, but we know the home team is 8-2 straight up in this series. So I'm on the Celtics here tonight, but I'm not on them large, just for some fact. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bucks do win this game, even though I have my money on the Celtics, because I think they're the better team. Man, I do think they're going to win this series, but we'll see tonight. I mean, if the Celtics come out there and smack them by 20 points, which I think they should, then we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But I still think that I'll still be on the Bucks in Game 4. So I am going on the Celtics here, but I think that in the long run, I think that the Bucks do get this series in the long run, and I'm with you on that under too, Jimmy. I'm on the under 219.5. I see defense ramp up in this game. I mean, neither one of these teams can let the other team go off offensively. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if there is one today, I have to ride with the home team with the momentum. But it is a little bit scary that they hadn't really been playing well at the house, and it's really crazy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, interesting. You don't sound confident. I'm on both those plays with you, and it's interesting that you like Celtics Game 3 and Bucks Game 4. Our man Ron Walsek in the house. Arena League, Baltimore, Philly over 88, Friday at 7. Shout out to our guy Ron Walsek. Man, this is tough. Douglas Robinson says, what about Boston first quarter? George Cruz says, I'm on Celtics first quarter. What do you think about Celtics early? Is there a time in the game you like them better than another time?
Oh yeah. Is that another? I like the Celtics. I like the Celtics more in the first half. I can say I like the Celtics to come out strong at the house. I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat real quick, but I do like the Celtics a little bit more first half. And it's crazy because when I look deeper into the game, and it's actually crazy that we do these shows. It makes me like study the games from a whole lot of different angles, which I like that. And I actually like the Celtics more on the first half because that little part back on mine, even if the Bucks do make a run, they can make adjustments at the halftime and come out and surprise a lot of people in this second half. It's crazy because you like you say, I'm not that confident. I have my money on the Celtics, but it's not large whatsoever. It's not, because I do think that they'll bounce back this, but I still don't think they're a better team overall. Like, the Bucks have really showed me something this year. I mean, just looking at ATS alone, the Bucks are 54 and 32 ATS, 52 and 32 ATS this year, while the Celtics are just 43 and 43. So I mean, that's a pretty big gap right there. I know that the Celtics are a small spread, and they are 17 and 1 straight up and ATS their last 18 playoff games. But I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I think the Bucks are pretty solid, but I love the Celtics first half here.
Wow. Great breakdown. Well, we're both on the under and the Celtics. We'll see how that bangs out. I will be joining the guys on King's Court in 31 minutes. So we'll hammer Nuggets Blazers harder on King's Court, but let's touch on them because I don't have a move on this game yet. Denver shot beautifully in game 1 and were god-awful in game 2. 34.7% from the field, 20.7% from 3, 61.5% from the foul line. Jokic looked bad, and the Blazers believe in themselves. They just believe in themselves, and now this total opened at 215.5. It was down to 214, I believe. Now, I'll have to double check on King's Court, but I believe King came on saying he liked the over. And then the spread has moved from 4 to 4.5, and now it's back to 4. Opened at 4.5, and 4-point favorites for the Blazers. You have a move on this?
Yeah, I do have a move on it. I can't say I don't think that a lot of people are gonna like it. I I don't think I've seen one person that likes the Nuggets here. Very few people. I can't say. I think this one will come down to the wire. Even if the Nuggets don't happen to win this game, which I actually do think they will. I'm not on the Nuggets money line. I'm just on them +4. But I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them win this game. They had to be pissed after the last game, and I do like the way that their coach can make adjustments. We saw them do it against the Spurs. I mean, I know we talked about these teams not being a good road team or whatever. But the Nuggets and the Spurs. I know the Spurs are gone, but the Nuggets, they're still the number 2 seed, over there in the West. So they still play decently on the road. And we saw them make adjustments, and I think they're going to adjust here. They're going to be pissed off at having that dismal shooting performance last game. I mean, you look at the quotes, the coaches, he pretty much called his team out saying, they need to play more physical, pretty much calling them soft, saying they need to stop selling for so many ill-advised threes and need to start taking the ball in the hole more. I think we see that tonight, man. I'm on the Nuggets here +4. I don't have a move on the total whatsoever, but I do think that the Nuggets shoot better. It may have seemed like the Blazers had them figured out defensively. I just think that was maybe for that one game. I think that they came out there and pushed the Nuggets in the mouth, and it didn't surprise me that the Nuggets just got complacent, got comfortable thinking it was going to be easy. They beat the Blazers, and they came out there and, like we say, up 50-35 at the half, and the Nuggets just really could never come back from that. They made a little run in the second half, but they never really could just come over the hump, and stop the Blazers. It's a little scary that they did hold Damian Lillard to 14 points, and the Blazers still won by 7 points, but the Nuggets aren't scoring 90 points here. It's a little tough because, you're going over there to Portland. It's a damn good home crowd, but, then you got another injury over there with Harkless. He's probably not going to play. If he does, he's not going to be 100%. I know Murray's a little banged up, but I still think that the Nuggets are the deeper team. They're the team that's coming off the loss, so they're more motivated here. I still think they're the clear not necessarily clear favorite, but I know beforehand I was thinking they were the clear favorite to win this series, and I'm still on. If they win this game tonight, then, I think that they'll be feeling good about themselves once again. I think it's a must-win tonight for the Nuggets here. It hurts that it's over there in Portland, but I think they come out here pissed. And another little hidden thing, last game, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Cantor. It was one of the bigs for the Blazers. It was a little scuffle, between them and the Nuggets. I'm pretty sure they're going to be pissed. I know the Nuggets are probably salty because they was losing. They lost the game, but I think they're going to come out here very pissed tonight, and I think they come out here and beat the Blazers.
A lot of people saying Nuggets sketchy on the road. But you're right. I had not heard very many people backing the Nuggets. You say it, and then some people coming out of the woodwork. We got NC saying Nuggets +4. Yo-Yo Street is on the Nuggets. Farshad Hassami, great cappers on Nuggets +4.5. Farshad, I was thinking about you last night with that Bruins play, man. Great job. Now, let me ask you this. Brendan Lugo saying Dame will light it up. Anil Frank saying Dame and CJ are going to put up 60. With the injury to Jamal Murray, do you feel like Dame would be maybe a nice prop play for over because Jamal Murray might not be able to hang with him?
Yeah, and then you got Torrey Craig that's a little banged up as well, which he is gonna play. The Craig was on Lillard as well, which I like. They're putting big bodies out there on him. So, and like I say, I think that they have a bunch of different bodies that they can switch out on Lillard. So I don't think just him, would make you think that. I feel like if anything would make me, want to go with Lillard. It is their game at the house. I do think that there are a lot of role players, will have to step up for the Blazers tonight. Lillard will get his points, and him coming off that 14-point performance alone, he will want to score more points tonight. So I would feel like it's more of that, not as much as the Murray, but I guess that, you can factor that into it as well. But I just think that the Nuggets, they have, like I said before, they have 5 or 6 guards that can guard Lillard out there and be effective. So, it's all about matchups out here, and it's about, which team can get their role players, get their bench players to, get production out of their bench.
Absolutely. Great breakdowns. I look forward to asking you about my Raptors on King's Court, what you think is going to happen on Sunday in that 3:30 game Sunday. God, what a horrible night that was watching. Incredible stuff, Jay Money. Jay Money on Boston. He's on the under in the Celtics Bucks, and he's on Denver +4.5. Jay, thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find you on Twitter?
Y'all can find me on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney, and y'all go find me in King's Court, man. 25 minutes, man. We're gonna be talking about all type of shit, man. Let's get to it. This money today.
Love it, absolutely love it. That's our guy. Jay Money is Money, and We are now, my goodness, we're now 24 hours and 15 minutes away from the Kentucky Derby. Oh, also, I got the San Francisco Giants to score first at minus 115. Reds were minus 20. I got them at minus 115 in my book. So I jumped on that. So that's the play I'm making with you guys. I'm on the San Francisco Giants to score first. Sorry, where is it? I didn't write it in here. Did I? Here we go. San Francisco Giants to score first. Score first at minus 115. Okay, score first minus 115. All right, we are about to bring in none other than 5-4-head Freddy. But before I do, let's quickly go over all the action here. And then I'm going to put, while Freddy's coming in, I'm going to put the link to the Derby video, also the link to my video with Anna Merrick on UFC. And we're going to bring in Freddy for all the magic that will be. But I hope you guys join us in the Beat the Bag competition. I will add that into the chat as well. But listen, it's you guys watching the show and in the chat that make this show so special. So thank you guys so much for putting in all the energy and the effort into it. It just means the world to me. And I hope we have an enormously profitable run for the Roses. I'm on Probable and Maximum Security to do their work, to take care of business. I'm on them. If they are in the top 3 and one of them is first, I'm rich. Hopefully there'll be a long shot in between them, but we will see. So I'm going to put all those links there. But next up, I will be introducing none other than Foreskin Freddy.
Did the people see me? Do you think they saw me running into the studio?
I don't think they saw you running into the studio. It was a...
Okay, shh.
It was a... Shh. What? Okay.
Do you know who I am?
That's
That's right. I'm the crown prince of Australian soccer.
You are, yes. Yes, you are the crown prince of
Australian soccer,
Yes.
that's my sport.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Imagine this is Australian soccer and this is Freddie Fortune.
All right. You slapped.
Yes,
One of you guys got slapped in the ass.
exactly.
Okay.
I gotta play for you today.
I'm excited to hear it. I'm excited to hear it. You are coming off a win in Australian soccer. So what's your action?
Not only Australian soccer, but also first half draws.
Yeah. No, you're
Adelaide United versus Melbourne City. First half draw at plus 110 at Bet365.
going back to the first half draws. Huh?
Exactly.
That's
You know that I hate your pussy sports.
yes.
I hate you.
I didn't know
I
that.
hate everyone here.
Interesting.
Is there some nice comments for me in the chat before I tell you what I'm about to tell you?
Yeah. Brandon Lugo said something nice about you. He says,
Really?
here comes Freddie with a random first half soccer draw no one takes. Raven
Your mom takes it. Just kidding.
Oh,
But I still hate you.
okay. Well, Freddie, thank you for finishing off this week.
I'm not done yet.
Okay. What else?
I got something amazing for you.
Yeah.
A pussy sport.
Okay.
A sport so pussy
What do you
that
got?
I'm gonna bet it. Kentucky Derby, maximum security to win the Derby at plus 900 at Bet365.
Oh, I like it.
I know.
I like it a lot. Okay. Freddie Freddie Fortune here said, and then Neil Frank saying something nice. He says,
Do the people like my new haircut?
I doubt it. But yeah, some people are saying nice stuff. Canadian Capper says that's his mom's shirt. And Corey Simmons says your mom takes it. So some nice stuff there. Thank you guys so much for joining us. What a great week. It's been an incredible week, and it finishes off with the Kentucky Derby. Love to you guys. Most importantly, Leche and los bookmakers!